Hi guys, this is Deeksha from 91 Mobiles and I'm going to review the Oppo F1 Plus for you. Now this phone has a 16 megapixel front camera. That's the highest megapixel count you can find on a front camera of any phone in the market right now. So we'll begin with the cameras first and get into more details about the phone later. So the primary camera is 13 megapixels and it's assisted by an LED flash. Now this is a selfie-centric smartphone, so I do not get why the company has not provided an LED flash for the front camera as well. The default camera app is pretty simple. All it takes is swiping left or right or a maximum of 2 taps to access any settings or modes. There are modes like Ultra HD, GIF, Double Exposure and Expert mode. The last one lets you access the white balance, shutter speed and ISO of the phone while also giving you an option to shoot in the RAW format. The default camera app also supports gestures, so you can wave in front of the sensors to click. The 16 megapixel front camera captures good details and colors. Of course, the selfies that I clicked in daylight were better than the ones that I clicked in artificial light, which had slight grain. Also, the selfies that I clicked outdoors had hints of red in it, as compared to the ones that were clicked indoors, which had tints of yellow. For low light conditions, you get a screen flash, which I found a little weak because the pictures turned out slightly grainy. Now let's talk about the beauty mode. I found it a bit too extreme. You can set the beautification levels from 1 to 7 and select undertones for your skin to either look more white or more pink. While it was just too much for my liking, if you would like to see a Madame Tussauds wax statue version of yourself, you can go ahead with the beauty mode. Overall, the front camera performance was good, but you could have some issues in low light conditions. Now about the 13 megapixel primary camera. The color reproduction was pretty impressive. You can see that the pictures pixelate a bit when you zoom in, but for most part, the camera captured good details both in landscape and macro shots. HDR photography was pretty impressive as well. The pictures did not look artificial at all. Apart from the slight grain that creeps in, the night shots were fine too. Overall, the Oppo F1 Plus justifies the fact that it's a camera-centric phone. Now let's talk about the design of the iPhone 6. Oops, I mean the Oppo F1 Plus. Inspired by the iPhone, the Oppo F1 Plus has a good design overall. The bezels are thin and the phone is very lightweight, so using it with one hand is not an issue at all. Now, one of the very few differences between the iPhones and Oppo F1 Plus's design is its not round but elliptical home button, which also doubles as a fingerprint reader. Now, the sensor works pretty fast when it does. There were times when it missed to recognize our fingerprints. You can store up to 5 fingerprints and use them to unlock the phone or as passwords to your apps and files. The display is full HD and I found the screen sharp enough. The colors look vibrant. The brightness was adequate indoors, but the display looked slightly washed out in bright sunlight, but you can still work with it. Processing was a breeze on this phone. It has a MediaTek Helio P10 chipset with 4GB of RAM. Handles heavy games like a pro. Even multitasking was almost stutter-free. One issue I have with this phone is that it heats up quite a bit after long gaming sessions or even after you charge it with a regular 1 amp charger. Talking of which, the Oppo F1 Plus supports Oppo's Super POOC charging technology, which charges the phone from 0 to 100% in just 45 to 50 minutes. With a regular 1 amp charger though, the phone takes about 150 minutes to charge completely, which is a very long time. With mixed usage, the phone delivered about a day of battery life and it lasted for about 13 hours on our standard battery test. The phone ships with 64GB of built-in memory, out of which you get about 52GB for your use. There's nothing special about the UI of the phone. It's Oppo's Color OS version 3.0 on top of Android Lollipop. In terms of preloaded third-party apps, you do not get a lot apart from all apps from Google and WPS Kingsoft Office. There are regular screen-off gestures that the phone supports, which can also be customized. There's also a theme store to let you customize the look and feel of the phone. Among other things, the speakers on the phone were loud enough and the sound quality was good. The call quality and signal reception was not an issue with the phone either. Now, Oppo's devices have always been interesting, but the company messes up the pricing. Not this time. The Oppo F1 Plus is priced at Rs 26,990, which is pretty decent given that it's a light, slim, nice looking smartphone with good display, good performance, decent battery life, and a set of cameras that perform well in most shooting conditions. The major competition for this one is the Xiaomi Mi 5 and the Vivo V3 Max. Now the Xiaomi Mi 5 has a smaller display, but I'll say it again, even with its 5.5-inch display, the Oppo F1 Plus is just as handy. When we talk about pure performance, the Xiaomi Mi 5 takes the lead, but the Oppo F1 Plus is still a good deal overall. A front-facing flash would have been great, but I would still recommend it to those who are all about selfies. Do let us know in the comment box below if you liked the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and share it among your friends. If you end up buying an Oppo F1 Plus, click a selfie and upload it on Instagram, and do not forget to tag us at 91 Mobiles Official. Subscribe to our channel for more reviews, first impressions and all things technology. Till then, it's Deeksha telling you to keep your tech game up with 91mobiles.com.